We're at the website Site You Like, which is a social bookmarking website focused around scholarly resources. You may be familiar with other social bookmarking sites such as Delicious. This one's a little bit different in that it focuses only on scholarly materials, some of which are web-based, but others which may be articles from magazines or books or things in databases. When you look at a site like Delicious as opposed to this particular site, you find a broader range of resources. So you may find some academic or scholarly articles that are cited, but you may find those alongside travel websites, government websites, recreational websites, and pretty much anything else that you might find on the web. So we're going to look at this site today because we really do want to focus in on how we can use this to track quality content that's going to be immediately useful for our research purposes. There's a number of ways that you can use a site like this, but I'm going to show you one way to go about identifying users that you may wish to follow. So we're going to start with just a basic search today, and we are going to search for modern art. Now you can see that my search has generated more than 800 articles that have been tagged by users as being about modern art. If I scroll down, I can see a listing of users that are interested in modern art, and this basically means that these are people that have frequently tagged articles and materials that they've bookmarked with that term. And I could click on any one of them and just start looking around at who I think is citing quality content. But I think a better way in this case to get started is to actually scroll down through the articles, because there's a couple of things that I can do here. For starters, I think I'm interested in the new Russian art and Italian Futurism. This should really give me a good sense of a very specific time in modern art. And this may actually give me a direction that I want to focus on for my future research efforts. I can see that it is from the Art Journal, which is a quality source, so I already know that I'm probably interested in this article. So let's go ahead and click the title and see what we get. Now you can see that what it's brought me to is a page that lists some information about the article, including a full citation with the digital object identifier number, as well as spaces that I can go to view the full text article. Now here it's important to note that when I click on one of these, it's really not going to necessarily take me to free content on the web. This is a really important thing to remember about Site You Like. The materials are quality, they are not always free. So you can see in this case, it's taken me to the JSTOR database, and I can see the first page of the article. However, if I want to see the remainder of the article, I'm going to have to log in. So I have a couple of choices here. I can either go and I can purchase the access to this one article, or I can go through the university system because I happen to know we subscribe to the JSTOR database. I can log in through there and I can do a search for this particular article and locate it and access it that way. Now let's go back, because even more importantly than locating this particular article is that I've located a specific user that has tagged this article, and I want to take a look at that user and see if they are also tagging other materials that may be of interest to me. So I'm going to go back out to our main search results page, and I can go through the tags if I wanted to and say, oh, well, I'm interested in futurism as a topic, as a subtopic of modern art, so I'm going to click there and I'm going to see all the different articles that are returned on this particular topic as having been tagged with the word futurism. But what I'm really interested in right now is that it was posted by someone named Janin. So let's click on Janin and see what we can find out about this particular user. Now, I can go right to their website and I see immediately that while there's no particular information on Janin, so I have no idea who this person is or what their credentials are, I can see that they have posted more than 1,000 articles. So this is a very active user of this site, and chances are if someone's using the site this frequently, they may be posting some quality materials. I'm going to have to determine that by looking at what they've posted, but I'm feeling pretty good just seeing how active this user is as to the potential for using them as a resource list to follow. So let's go ahead and scroll down. Now it's again important to note that there's no biographical information. So this, for all I know, could be an art historian who's posting these links. This could be a doctoral student in art history, or this could be someone in the medical field that's really just interested in reading up more about modern art and other related topics. So what I'm going to have to do is base my main opinion about whether this is a user that I would like to follow on the quality of the materials that they are posting. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down through the list, and I can see that they are in fact posting a lot of materials related to modern art. We have 19th century materials in graphic design, we have the modernist movement at the University of Leeds, and so on. Now I also see that they're posting a number of materials in history, in aesthetics, in business, but they all seem to be quite related to the things that you would be reading about in modern art history. So there is definitely a theme happening here, and it's actually very useful to see resources from other fields that might feed my research specifically into this art historical topic. So as I scroll down, again, I am seeing a lot of quality resources, and I am seeing quality sources being cited. I'm seeing recognizable journal names, I'm seeing full citations to these particular articles, I'm seeing what appear, at least at first glance, to be appropriate tags for the articles that are being cited. So I am perfectly convinced that this will be a useful user for me to follow. Now, what's going to happen is when I do wind up following Janin, when I come back for subsequent research sessions, I can search through their particular materials and see what they have decided to bookmark based on their particular interests, which happen in this case to dovetail with my particular interests. I can also go back out and continue more searches, or click on any one of these links, such as 19th century, and see thematically what else has been tagged by this user with the term 19th century. So now I'm searching just in their own set of bookmarks, but it's also going to note when someone else has also tagged a similar article with the same tagging system, and I can go ahead and click on that second user and see if they may also be of interest to me. I can also, again, go back out to our main search results and go right back through and start locating other articles that may be of interest and other users that may be of interest. I add them to the list of people that I'm following, and all of a sudden I have a core set of citations that I can go to as a way to start conducting my research, and especially to refine my research topics that may be sort of broad. I can go in here and see what specific directions some of these articles are leading me. Now again, this is just one way to use Cite You Like, but I think it's one of the most valuable ways to use any site, social bookmarking site, to locate those users that really have consistently quality materials posted and to follow them, because then I'm not going to waste time looking at users that may get some really great things posted sometimes and then may post some things that either I'm just not interested in ever, or that are just really not what I consider to be appropriately academic sources for information.